Hi, I'm Shauna from Infinity Readings. This is going to be the reading for the Capricorn female for the Valentines season of 2019. Okay, so I have two pyramids I work from to read the cards. The first pyramid is the general energies, hoping to alleviate any blocks you might have in a love or partnership kind of way. And the second is the love, sex, and romance pyramid, and we go deeper into intimate issues to see if there's something that can't be alleviated there. I also bring out a feminine card and a power of surrender card to see if there's anything more that we can illuminate to kind of highlight things to get you on your path in a better way, in the highest way, right? Sometimes I feel like we're going in the wrong way, but we may be going just where we need to go. So the first card I get for the overall feminine energies for the Capricorn female is power. So I feel at this time she is feeling her power, and she knows her power, and this is a strength she's been working on for a while, is what they're telling me, and we're damn straight we're gonna enforce it at this time. So that's the sense I'm getting. We'll figure out where that sits throughout the reading. And the power of surrender card is surrender the habit of people pleasing. So speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. So that's highly something we need to keep in mind overall through the reading, okay? So the first card I got in the first pyramid with the general energies is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is a card of, we've put a lot of hard work and effort here, and we're getting very little payoff. Okay, he's looking at the leaves on this pole and he's going like, that ain't enough. I'm not getting enough here, but there's a need to push forward anyway. Okay, so this is the sense that we're getting at stage we're at here, the Capricorn female. We got to push a little further. We're not getting many results. We're not getting any payoff here, but we're going to keep going. Now, the next card is the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out of things. There's a sense of, or even disconnected, right, from partners that we have that's going on. The energy here, feeling left out, disconnected, that does not bode well for going forward, right, to give it one last push. The Eight of Swords is on the other end of this. Now, this is hopeful if we're talking about solutions, because the Eight of Swords, even though we feel like there is no solution here, there is a solution. We just are blind to it because of something that we believe to be true that has come before this. So meaning that there is a way. They're kind of showing me like there is a way out here, like someone looking for a way out, but we just choose not to see it or utilize it because we don't want to be vilified or put in a bad light. You know, sometimes we have to save ourselves in order to make more progress here, and kind of a dire straits that this person's in. Nonetheless, wanting to see a way out, not seeing it, but it is there nonetheless. We're just refusing to take that particular direction. The answer is there, but we're not wanting to see it. Next card I get is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is another good card. It bodes well for someone because they may be independent within the relationship to a degree that is all that they see, okay? But nonetheless, this independence here is very much an energy of I'm happy and I'm secure within my own self. Now next to it is the Sun. So that amps that up another notch. It's almost like if we are feeling left out in the cold, there's a sense here that we can handle things, but our choice is not to have that come upon us, not to be left out of things, not to be excluded. There, the sun in the middle kind of symbolizes that there is a sense here that we got a lot of good to draw from. Okay, the Eight of Swords can also be kind of dramatizing things to a degree that they don't need to be, which is something that could be happening here as well. Now, on the other side of the sun, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is putting in overtime. Now, this is some of where our stress is coming in as well, and hard work, like literally putting in hard work for the Pentacles. So if we've got the Nine of Pentacles on one side and the Eight, it is really showing that maybe we are working harder than our partner is to gain financial stability, okay, in this partnership. Maybe we are the breadwinner, and that is highly aspected because at least we have that power, right? Going back to the power card, to come from. That we're not, how do you say, jilted by not being independent, okay? So as we move down from the Nine of Pentacles here, we get the Emperor. And the Emperor is about, you know, can symbolize an Aries that may be in your life, can also symbolize a character here. Someone who is very sound, sturdy, and knowledgeable. They like to be in control and have things the way that they want them. There's a lot of not only knowledge but wisdom behind this man. So he's not frivolous and he's not flighty. He very much knows what he needs to do and goes in the direction of that. And in charge and someone to be respected. Okay, so this is connected to the energy of the Nine of Pentacles, which I feel is very much your energy of feeling single within the unit. Okay, if you're in a coupled relationship, feeling very single within that, but being okay with it. Now, the Emperor on top or next to that, we have the Two of Cups. So we have a trine here of the Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Emperor. Now, we may have a situation here where there's an authority figure. I'm trying to see where this fits. I'm getting this guy is kind of off to the side of this pyramid. So I feel like he's not a partner, but yet there's a deep love and consideration for this man. So this may be a father type figure, okay? Simply that we have a lot of deep, caring, emotional feelings for. I'm going to move forward. The Two of Cups is connected to the Sun and also the Nine of Pentacles. So there's loving feelings here is really where we want to go and what we have to offer. Okay? And I feel like that's what this woman is looking to create more depth for. Okay? Connections, loving connections in that way. Now the next card is the Death card. So we may have had an ending to a love relationship here with an Emperor. Or we may have an ending to working towards a certain relationship here. Now, singles or couples, whatever floats your boat. I feel like the end comes on the fact that I am no longer going to put extra work and effort in here. May not be like a complete cutoff, but I'm no longer going to put my blood, sweat, and tears into this, is really the sense I get. Yet there's a lot of love here. It's just we're not going to work overtime to make this go, okay? Now, at the end of the pyramid here on the generals, the Knight of Pentacles, he's kind of, we have the Emperor on one side of the base of the pyramid and a Knight of Pentacles on the other. I feel like it's interesting because the Nine of Pentacles, that is basically the symbol of her, where I get most of her energy coming, is looking towards the Knight of Pentacles, okay? And away from the Emperor. So whoever the Emperor symbolizes here, we are maybe leaving that person out in the cold for some reason or another. Okay, I'm going to move forward here into the love and sex energies, because there's a lot here that I feel I got to tie back. towards from the love and sex side. So when we come in with the head of the pyramid here on the romance side, we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess, again, she's got the book of knowledge in her lap. She has a lot of instinct she can draw from. And she is there sitting in her power. Talking about power, is this woman is realizing her power and potential. And she's gaining instinct and wisdom through that. Now, the next card we have is the Justice card. So there may be a Libra that figures prominently here. But it may also be a legal situation that's come about, or a balancing of energies in the relationship. And I feel like that's what this Capricorn female is. Yeah, that's what she's thinking about here. Things are not balanced. I need them balanced. So she's going to her High Priestess, which is her inner self, to really figure out what would be balanced here. Using instinct and her own thought process, she's going to find the balance, okay? And that's really, on the sex side of things, that's really highly stimulated here. On the sex side, it's very high vibrational, more so there than anywhere else, okay? Next card is the Three of Wands. Now the Three of Wands on the romance side is about an engagement, so we may have some people here in the midst of an engagement. But it also can symbolize a step up in a relationship. So if we're lightly dating, it's like committing to being a couple. If we're in a couple, it's like, would you move in with me? Or if you're moved in with me, it's like, will you marry me? That kind of thing, right? It's a step up, a huge step up in a relationship. So that kind of energy sitting here. Now on top of that, on the sex, is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is about two people, being in a sexual way that we have a differing of opinions in the bedroom. So we may be either moving in with someone, engaged to someone, stepping up a level here in the relationship to a commitment for sure, where we realize that when it comes to things in the bedrooms, we're not jiving. Okay, there's a discrepancy here. It's not getting along the way. It's just noting that. We're going to highlight that. There's two ways of being in the bedroom here. One likes it this way, the other one likes it that way. So that's there. Now, the next card we get, the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is really about strong, sturdy friendship, stability. Can be a friendship or foundational relationship that is really kind of unbreakable. True blue, right? That kind of stuff. So truth, trust, loyalty, and honesty are part of this Nine of Pentacles. Huge foundational relationships on the romantic side, okay? So on top of that, we get the Knave of Pentacles. So the Knave of Pentacles is about indulging in the drink too much. And right away, they were showing this is what this consists of, is too much drink. So we may have someone who we are, have a great stability with, but there's a sense of not knowing our limits within the liquor category, okay? So I'll leave it at that, because they just wanted to highlight here, there's a drinking problem, okay? It's getting in the way of things. Okay, so the next card here is 8, Strength card. This is the woman that would not be moved. So there's a sense here, yeah, that's what's going on. Is something going on here with the drinking outside of the bedroom is relating to the partner going no sex in the bedroom. We cannot gain control, because this woman is trying to really wrangle this in to a degree for this person. So they're really coming up to this person and limiting themselves physically to the partner in order to get some payoff that this guy's going to be sober or whatever partner that we're dealing with. Yeah. So there's a disinterest on the sexual side and a forcing an issue outside of the partner. I feel like the Strength card comes in when we're forcing our partner to put limits upon themselves that they're not ready to put. Okay, and it may have to do with the alcohol consumption. And so then we start putting our foot down in the bedroom and saying, okay, I'm not going to, then you know what, if you're going to drink, don't bother coming in my direction because I'm not going to deal with you. That kind of thing. Okay, so there's that. Now, the next card is the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is about challenges, squabbles, fights, conflict, things going on that are not good. Just disruption all over the place. The stuff that we're being confronted with that's coming to the surface needs to be dealt with and creating havoc, okay? Now, on top of that, we get the Ace of Swords. Now, this is dicey. So if we have the Ace of Swords is a new direction on the sexual side. We may have, again, this showed me the Chariot, describing there's two ways of being here. One person enjoys this, the other person would not jiving. And then we have a drinking thing going on top of that. So what are we going to do about it? Well, there's a new direction here. So how is that happening? Now we have a Death card here. It symbolizes we could have a transitional period where we are out of one relationship and into another. For the singles, very likely can happen. For the couples, very likely is something that's going on. We have an ending here of a deep love that we had, a connection, but there may be an addictions process here that we're going through, or because they're going, we don't have the Devil card really for that to symbolize that, and then they showed me another way. Or what's going on here is there's a dissolution of a marriage, and we may be indulging in the drink and going out and looking for a new partner in that way, okay? That seems to be something here that's can't really deal with the fact of the ending. So we're going out socially and liquefying things, and then it's helping us get into new partnerships, we'll put it that way. But nonetheless creating squabbles, no less, because it's very fresh. This ending is very fresh and new, and it's hard to adjust. Okay, adjustments are not going well. The next card is 7. Yeah. Again, we get the travel card, right? The Chariot. On the romance side, this is kind of a confusing card. It symbolizes to me distance, and of course the two colored oxen symbolize that there can be internal conflict as well as external conflict. So we are conflicted on all levels. Now, the Tower is the card that comes on this on the physical side. So that is plain and simple jealousy coming out in the way because we are going toward another physical partner. So there's a sense here that this Capricorn female, and again, this ain't going to resonate for every single Capricorn female, but we have a situation where we are, there's a dissolution of a relationship here. We have a deep bond and connection, and I kind of don't know, this Emperor sitting here, almost, it may even be a father figure that is, how do you say, giving wise counsel to us, okay, concerning this situation. But nonetheless, I feel like there's an ending that has happened here with an earth sign, and a new direction physically that this Capricorn female may be going in the direction of, okay? And because it's kind of disruptive energy, I feel like this becomes kind of like I'm getting the party scene, and you know, people indulging more than they normally would in that, and then of course leading to loose boundaries. So then we get in a situation like that, and we want to go in that direction, and then there's some jealousy coming, because it's like we just split, and then we're going off with someone else, and then the partner finds out about it, or the ex-partner finds out about it, and then away we go. Then there's the squabbling and the, you know, all the resentment and bitterness is going on. In the meantime, I'm seeing hair. Hang on. All the bitterness and the resentment is coming out and we're lashing. So this is what's going on. So we end on that Tower energy, where there's some distance that may be created here. And I feel like the foundation for all of this is really the physical side. This may not be something that is highlighted for the Capricorn female, but I feel like there's a physical that is driving this. It's driving it. Either we weren't physically connected to the partner we had, or we weren't physically satisfied with the partner that we had, and we decided to go out and get that. Okay? And this is what we're trying to do here in the process of the Valentine's season. So whatever way that hits, okay? Hopefully this unraveled something for you. I feel like this woman is trying to balance something within her own self, okay? And that's kind of the root ball here. Now, part of this reading is really hinging on the fact that, I'm going to go back to the surrender card, that we need to surrender the habit of people pleasing. And I feel like at this point, because this is highlighted, it's like either we're going to kick into gear and we're going to start to please ourselves, and this is part of that process, or we're going to come across all this time and realize what we need to do to stop doing that, stop people pleasing. We're going to come across some kind of a lesson in that way, okay? So that was the surrender card, is surrender the habit of people pleasing. I'll read it again. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. And I feel like she may be doing this, but I don't feel she knows why. I feel, well, I'm getting, it's the physical side here, no less. But I feel like that's going to lead to a few more epiphanies in the way that we're going to realize more things as we go, okay? This is just the first puzzle piece, and she needs to see the big picture. So focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy, and I feel like that's where she gets her self-worth. She feels good when she makes other people feel good, and she has to feel good when she makes herself feel good, and that's what she's going to work on. And that I feel like she's going to do that in the romantical way first, and then from there she's going to go outward. I feel like her job, she really feels removed from that anyway, because they're showing me the business side. She doesn't feel as connected, you know. She has to kind of feel from internally, from the romantic side, and then she can take it out in her work and everything, the people-pleasing thing. Because technically in business, that is what you do, and that's what you're paid to do. So there's a different mentality there when they're dealing with that subject. So she has to take it intimately, and this is going to ground her out in that idea, and then she can take it outward in her life in different areas. That's the sense I'm getting. So again, the feminine card, the overview, the power, again, coming to full power here, but we got a few more you know, balls to put in our compartment. A few more power balls, what I'm seeing, glowing white, green, pink balls about love, healing, and harmony within our own self, and so that we go clearly that way outward to others. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Very, very good though, because the sun is shining right in the center of her pyramid, and it's going to illuminate everything in all areas. So we're not going to have a flux here. But again, I feel like over this time, she's really going to be feeling things out, to say the least. But it's gonna be rough, because it's going to have directly to do with the happiness factor and personal relationships. So I feel like she's being pushed by her soul and spirit. Like she knows she has to do this, but it just is not easy. Things like that are not easy to do. So she knows she has to do this and go in this way, but it's a process, okay? And, you know, we can handle things, but how is the ex going to handle things? Or how is the partner going to, or how are we going to move forward when there's opposition? So this is really what I see her doing. And I feel like the pleasure principles for her are going to come in the intimacy area. And once she gets a hold of that and realizes where that sits within her meaning, how do I accept things for myself because I want them for myself, not because somebody's told me that's the right thing to do or somebody said I need to go in this direction, so I follow it. She needs to feel the happy when she fulfills it for herself, not by taking someone's advice. And that's what's going to hit here in the romance area. This was going to hit her with all cylinders. Boom. Nitro, no whole bit. It's going to kick in, and she's going to go, oh, this is what it's like to be satisfied. And I'm not just talking sex. I'm talking about making a decision, choosing it on your own with no outside influence. This is what I want. This is what I feel I want, so I'm going to go there. Because there's this Capricorn female, I feel like in the past, she's had a resistance to accept anything fully on her own vote. Meaning, oh, I figure I should go there. Well, I got to check with this one. Do you think, no, I don't think you should go. I think you should go there. Here. Okay, yeah, yeah. And then she'll logic it out. And then she'll go, you know what? Yeah, I'll try that. So she'll go there. Meanwhile, her first initial feeling was to go in this direction. Why did she not choose that above all else? Just being diplomatic, taking everything into account. So this is really going to be her first opportunity to feel that blossoming from the inside of making a choice all the way through. It's my choice all the way through. And feeling the happiness all the way through. So good for her. Because it's a great feeling when you can get it, when you can do it, and you're free to do it. She is not free. She does not see herself as free. She sees herself as being bound. But there's going to be a point in time here where she evolves mentally and she will realize this and she will go for it, and then there'll be no stopping her. Okay? And she will get more pleasure from her life going forward in this manner than she ever has thus far. So that's good. So that's an evolution process here, but I feel like it's going to kick in the fall, because I think we're going to dabble a little bit over this time, and we're going to get, and we may not see the first time we dabble, we may not get on all levels what's going on here. We may not compute, download it properly, to boot out, boot back in, that kind of thing. So for some it might, I don't know, but that's the sense. It's a really groovy energy, but it's not going to be easy. It's tumultuous, and but on the other side, green grass. It is greener on the other side. So hopefully, yeah, it's an interesting energy here that I'm sitting with. And it's really groovy, but it's, like I said, it's a hard road. The Capricorn is sturdy and stable for it. She's ready. Her heart knows that she has to go here. But again, it's just not easy. It's not easy. Okay? So hopefully that helps you, Cappies, in some way, shape, or form. Again, surrender the habit of people pleasing. That is a block for you. That is what creates the most havoc, I think, is wanting to please others more than we think about pleasing ourselves. And that's really, when we get that figured out, our life will really change in a lot of heavy-handed ways. And also the power. I think the universe is going, you got it. We're on to it now. Like we're in phase. We're starting to go. It feels a little weird and it may feel a little uncomfortable, but they're going, no, keep going. This is where we need to be, and this is where we need to continue to be and continue to go. So that's kind of like their nod to you. This power card is their nod saying, keep going in this direction, because we're enjoying this, and you have no idea where you can go, what you're capable of when you continue down this road. So don't give that up. Power, no way. And please, the Capricorn female, herself first, and then go outward from there. And that is somewhat a different viewpoint that she needs to see from over this time. So hopefully that helps you for the Valentines season of 2019. So take care, Capricorn. Groovy energy. It's a rough road, but it'll be worth it in the end. Take care, have fun, and be kind.